The votes are finally in, and I mean finally.
Yes, today a former Taylor School Board member found out he won an election canvassers told him he lost last fall.
Rod Maloney first brought us this story back in March. That seemed long enough after Election Day. He joins us now from Taylor with a very late incoming update. Rod?
Well, Devin, you might remember back then I said this is going to take a long time and a lot of money, and that's precisely what has happened here. Now, some big changes here at the Board of Education in Taylor. Look at the website tonight. They have their newest member, Ron Miller, back on the website after 8 months, 8 months after those polls closed. Retired Taylor Schools transportation chief and former school board member Ron Miller got back to shining up his Harley Softail. He hadn't done it much since he started on his recount last fall that, against all odds, went his way.
It renews my faith in justice can be done, and the right thing was done.
Miller's biggest problem? He ran as a write-in against Taylor realtor and father of two Dave Myers, who also ran as a write-in. Back in March, canvassers declared Myers the victor, and at the time, he wasn't thrilled with Miller's lawsuit.
It does get to me that I'm trying to be pulled from a seat that I worked hard for, that I deserve to have, and that I passionately care about.
A Wayne County judge forced him to step down. And Miller tells us he knew something was wrong on election night because his own vote never even showed up in the tally.
Precinct number 1 is right around the corner here at the school. I vote there. My wife votes there. So I know that there was at least 2 votes.
He saw no votes in Precinct 1 because the interpretation of write-in names left him with 0 votes in 9 precincts. So now, instead of losing by more than 100, Miller won by 46. What's next?
Making sure that the district's financially stable, making sure we got good programs for our kids, you know, making sure the community continues in a good direction.
The canvassers made the decision back in November, by the way, just to clarify there. We went to Dave Myers' house tonight to try and talk to him. Nobody was home. In the meantime, you know what the job pays? $1,500, and yet Ron Miller spent multiple times that to try and get to tonight's decision. Back to you.
So, Rod, what's next for the Taylor School Board?
Well, you know, interestingly enough, here in Taylor, they take much of the summer off for the school board because, well, the kids are out of school. But they're going to now have a special meeting on Monday night so they can swear him in officially. The judge who made the decision, Judge Colombo, is going to be making that swearing in. And he says, Ron Miller says he wants to have family and friends there because he says this is a really big night for him. And then it's down to business trying to move this school board forward.
Interesting election, to say the least. All right. Thank you, Rod.